Save 15% off your order through Safari site using my exclusive coupon code DINOSCREAM. Link is in the description of this video. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Safari Limited 2023 reveal. Today we're taking a look at their new Estemmenosuchus. And I'd like to give a big thank you and shout out to Safari Limited for sending this figure to me so I can reveal it to all of you. I believe they're doing a four-way reveal on this figure. I'm doing it, Andy's Dinosaur Reviews, Spino Dude, and the Dinosaur Toy Blog. Should all be dropping their reviews at exactly the same time, so go check out everyone else's and see what their opinion is on this cool little figure. And this is kind of a first for me on the channel. Mainly I just review exclusively dinosaur toys, with the random like pterosaur sprinkled in here or there. But yeah, this is like the first like non dinosaur figure that is accurate. Most of the non-dinosaur figure stuff that I do review is from the Mattel Jurassic World line. So yeah, this is a first for me, and I'm kind of excited about it. Now, as usually goes with these Safari reveals, they'll be available on their website to order when the figure actually comes into stock. Usually, the way it's been going this year, it's like a few weeks after reveals that they are available. So head over to Safari's site. The link is down below in the description, and sign up for email alerts so you can pick up this figure when it comes into stock. So let's throw this thing up on the turntable and jump into this review. And here is Estemmenosuchus in all its rotating glory, and I have to say, a nicely done figure from Safari. I know a lot of us get excited for their dinosaur releases because dinosaurs are obviously the big sellers in any line, but it's nice that they gave us a nice non-dinosaur figure for those of us that collect them. So let's talk about some facts about Estemmenosuchus. I had to look all this stuff up because usually the dinosaur stuff I know off the top of my head. Its name means crowned crocodile, but it is not a crocodile. It is a type of omnivorous therapsid. It's a very diverse group of prehistoric animals that does include mammals. It is from the Middle Permian of Russia, 267 million years ago. Now, there are two species of Estemmenosuchus, Estemmenosuchus mirabilis and uroensis, and judging by the ornamentation on the head, this figure does represent the species mirabilis. It's pretty naturalistic color scheme on here. You have some dark brown contrasting with light brown. Very simple color scheme, but I think it looks very natural looking. The nice transition from the dark browns to the light brown is really nicely done. And like I said, it's really my first review of a non-dinosaur on the channel, and I do quite like this figure, and it's probably going to get me to pick up more non-dinosaur stuff to add to my collection, like I needed another reason to spend more money on this. Now, for some measurements, this figure is 4.5 inches long from the tip of that short tail to the tip of that ugly looking snout, or about 11.4 centimeters, and about 2.25 inches tall to the top of that ornamentation, or 5.7 centimeters. So Estemmenosuchus mirabilis was around 10 feet long, or 3 meters. So I put this figure in the 127 scale range. And now let's zoom in and take a look at some of the finer details on this figure, starting with that ugly looking head. But yeah, it is really well done. I love how the eyes came out on here. Very natural looking eyes, nice glossy paint. The eye looks like it's a reddish brown with a black pupil, but has a nice light shine on it. It gives it a very realistic look. You do have some of that dark brown for the snout. You can see the nostril sculpting right in here. All the different size teeth, canines and stuff. And flipping it over, you can see even the small teeth inside the mouth are nicely painted. There's some really nice details in there. You can see the tongue and the back of the throat, and there's some minute details on the roof of the mouth. The ornamentation is done, like I said, this one is based on mirabilis. You can tell by the extra antler looking piece coming off the ornamentation right here, and it's just such a fearsome looking creature. In the back over here, we do have the ear canal painted in, and then going down to the body, a nice transition of dark browns and like a lightish orange brown, and then going down to the toes, you can see all the toe claws are decked out in some black paint. And the details look really flat on here, but there's actual skin impressions of Estemmenosuchus, and it kind of resembled like a hairless mammal or a frog. Yes, all my research was done on Wikipedia, but yeah, I think they nailed the details on here pretty well. It looks like a flat looking figure that doesn't have a lot of details, but that's what it probably would look like in real life. You can actually see a slight outline of the scapula right here, and then going down to the body. Man, my hands are shaking today. Greg, you got to cut down on the coffee. Underside is, nicely detailed, just like the top. And then right here, we do have our Estemmenosuchus butthole check. That is a nice cloaca slit, and then going down to the very short tail. There's some nice folds and wrinkles around here. But yeah, all around a really cool looking figure. I do kind of like the fearsome look of this. And, there's actually been a couple other Estemmenosuchus figures out there. Collecting did one, I think, way back in 2018. It was part of the deluxe line. It was a pretty colorful take on this species. And then, of course, in the Kenner Jurassic Park line, we did get a couple of versions of that. One was a prototype, and then one got released actually into the line a few years later. So yeah, pretty cool looking figure. I am definitely digging this thing. Now moving on with comparisons. First up, here it is with Lou. Come here, little dude. Here it is with Collecte's 140 scale human figure. And next up are the very few accurate prehistoric animal figures I actually do have in my collection. And surprise, surprise, they're all from Safari. Here it is with their awesome looking Postosuchus. Let's get the camera to zoom out a little bit. This is one of their older figures, but it's just so well done and well painted. I really gotta go back and review some of my older Safari figures. And next up is their more recent Dimetrodon, and that's really all I have for prehistoric animal comparisons. The rest are just going to be dinosaurs. And next up, here it is. These are all going to be Safari figures. Here it is with their Stegosaurus. And next up, here it is with their Carnotaurus. And when this figure first came out, I was a little critical about the bulkiness of it, but after Prehistoric Planet, chunky Carnotaurus has really grown on me. So I have a newfound appreciation for Safari's take on this species. And next up, here it is with their Camarasaurus. And lastly, here it is with their feathered T-Rex, which I always say is one of the best sculpted figures that Safari has ever put out. And lastly, here it is with the rest of Safari's 2023 lineup so far. I don't know. I have no inside information if they have anything else coming out after Estemmenosuchus, but knowing them, they probably do. We have the Utahraptor and Majungasaurus. So far, a really good looking lineup from Safari this year. So final thoughts on Safari's Estemmenosuchus. As far as my research went into this figure, it's a very accurate looking figure. For those of you that like collecting non-dinosaur prehistoric animals, I think this would be a fine addition to your collection. It's nicely detailed. The color scheme is, kind of bland, in my opinion. I like bright, vibrant things, but it is a very natural color scheme with the dark brown and that oranges light brown coloration. And I do love how the eyes turned out on this thing. It's so lifelike. It almost looks alive in some angles. So yeah, all around, if this is the type of figure you like collecting, you're gonna be very happy with this figure. And like I said at the beginning of the review, this figure is not out yet at the time of this video being released. It should be out hopefully in a few weeks or so. So head on down to Safari's site. The link is down below in the description. Sign up for email alerts so you know when this figure comes into stock. And when it does come into stock, don't forget to use my exclusive coupon code DinoScream to save 15% off your order. So that will do it for the review. I did actually have fun reviewing this thing. I actually do like going back and researching like a species I am not familiar with, and I'll probably go back and start buying some more non-dinosaur figures because I just love blowing money. So that will do it. I still have tons more Jurassic World stuff to be reviewing. I got the Holland God Apatosaurus. Hopefully that comes in soon. That is definitely one of my most anticipated figures of the year so far because Apatosaurus is my favorite dinosaur of all time. So as always, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, show your support by hitting that subscription button just below the video. Each subscription helps out the channel tremendously and it's greatly appreciated. And see you guys for the next one.